Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with Sophia's school planner. So I'm doing something a little bit different today. I just wanted to go through Sophia's school planner. This actually brings me way back to when I was in a school planner, and so it's so fun as a planner to look into school planners nowadays and kind of talk about, see some of the differences. And really, I am a functional planner, so it's just really cool to see Sophia, who's in third grade, start to get into planning. She's required to at school. So I don't know. I am just hoping that she remains a planner in the future. So we'll just take a look. This will be a very short video just because it is a school planner. There's really very little to it in terms of like features, I guess. But I wanted to just flip through it and kind of see what's in here. Again, it just takes me back to school, like the back to school shopping and all that fun stuff. So Sophia has been in school for about 6 weeks now, and so there are going to be, I think, several pages that we're able to look through. I did want to kind of wait until she gets into the school year to be able to flip through it, just because I didn't know, you know, I didn't want to flip through it empty. Wanted to show you something. So I will have to blur this out. It has her name as well as her teacher's name, but it is a letter size planner, 8.5 by 11. It's already been punched for her binder, and she does keep this in her binder. One really cool thing is that, well, I guess it's not, I don't know if it's 11. I think it is 8.5 by 11, but it is already punched for a binder. Yeah, it's 8.5 by 11. This is like a regular sheet of paper, and it's the same size. So she keeps it in her binder, and it does have right here this kind of like notes section for how to use the planner. So use this planner to stay organized and keep track of the following. It says important dates, homework, tests and quizzes, large assignments and projects, activities and appointments, social activities, and goals. So I think that's really cool. One of the things that I noticed with this one is that it was really set up for an academic year, and so it did start in essentially August. So it started with the very first week of August. They started school the second full week of August. So not this week or this week, but the week after. So this was really the only week that was empty. I did try to go in here and take notes for her. But the setup, as you can see here, is like it has the months up here, it has the month, and then like a small mini calendar. It has a goal in this section and then like a question for each, I guess, like 2 week spread. And then right here is like a little conversation that you can have with your parents. So talk about it. And it says right here, tell a parent one thing you are excited to do or learn this year. And so it kind of repeats all of that across all of the weeks from what I can tell. And it is set up to be 2 weeks per spread. So there's, a week on one page, a week on one page. And of course, it leans very heavily Monday through Friday. But and keeps a very small Saturday and Sunday. The box you can see is very small, and then the very bottom has a parent teacher notes or initials. And so this week you can see I didn't have anything, or Sophia didn't have anything there. She had cursive, and then I wrote these things in here. And one thing that I did also do, and I'll hold this up so you can kind of see it, I decided to print out some stickers for her just to match her school schedule. She has already, it's like end of September. She's already received like 6 calendars. And so there's a lot of like moving pieces all the time. And so I thought having stickers that she can kind of move around would be more helpful for her. So, and she really liked having the rainbow font. So this week, the first full week of August was all like professional development. The teachers were in school. We were able to do a lot of different things like meet the teacher and some other things. So that is there. And then the first week, like I said, it is the same kind of thing where, like right here, there's some notes. Oh, I thought it was just parent conversation type things, but it's, I guess, like tips or like little guides. And so there is that. But the rest of it is kind of the same thing where there is like writing spots, a little tip in the corner, and then she uses it for actually logging her homework every day. And so this first week, this was the very first day of school. She did not have a ton of homework. She only had actually social studies and reading homework. And then right here, she had in Sunday school an actual project that she had to complete. And so we added her church project in here. And then she was absent on Friday. So I did submit the parent note and I just put that in there, even though I don't think the teacher looks at that at all. And then on this side, she basically went into week 2 and had like so much homework. We ended up putting like even her violin notes in here because she had a lot of things that she needed to practice there. So she has been doing a great job of keeping up with this. I do have to go in sometimes because the teacher forgets to put her homework on the board, and so they will text us or send us a message, an email, letting us know that there are additional homework assignments, and so I write those in here. One thing that I do want her to do, and she has not done it yet, is to write in her homework, not her homework, she is writing her homework, her tests in here. She has not done that yet, just because it's not required for her. So, I think it'd be nice for her to write that. But one thing she has started doing, and she's done this of her own initiative, is just to put a check mark whenever she's completed her homework for the day. All right, and so then we are now here. And so she did another check mark. So she's been working really well in this planner. Again, she's using it just for school and keeping her homework. So I would like for her to kind of amp it up even more and just kind of use it to be able to track her actual projects and other things. And so not just for the things that are written on the board, but also just to be able to write the things that need to be done. Like today, literally, she received a math assignment, a math project. And so it needs to be something that's done over the next 2 weeks. Where will that end up in her planner? I would like for her to track some of those things instead of having it be like all of these different pieces of paper that come into the house. Just have it be in this one spot. So yeah, I'm really excited that she is starting to do this. It is, like I said, required for her to keep up with it as part of her school grade. But she just really does a good job with it anyway. When we come home and check this as a planner, as an adult planner, I really appreciate that she's writing things down, that she doesn't seem to mind writing things down. She's able to understand her own notes. So I'm just really excited about all of that. The teacher, I don't think, uses it to the full advantage of like putting notes and other communications here. They do still send a weekly newsletter. And so, it's a matter of like keeping up with like multiple pieces of information that come in. But one of the things that the third grade classes are trying to teach the students is to be responsible for their own homework. So I'm really excited about that. But I love student planners, you guys. Okay, so like look at this one. This very last page has June like kind of squeezed in here. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And then there is in the very back like this hall passes. This takes me back, oh my gosh, to my school planner. I had to have this for my school planner, and we actually used it. We would just fold it like this, and this is how you kind of like use it as your hall pass. So you would just carry it around like that. So it's simple, basic, very, very, straightforward planner, but I am excited that she's using it. She has also been trying to work in her memory book. So, I like to see those skills kind of like cross-pollinate, right? It's memory planning, and so keeping track of her personal events, after school events, things like that. Here she's mostly just doing homework and assignments from all of her after school stuff, but I really would like for her to be able to kind of do the same things that she's doing across all of these planners, right? Like writing things down. That's essentially it. It is a skill, and it takes time and it takes commitment to that. So again, this was kind of a different video. I really wanted to flip through this because I'm really proud of her for being able to keep up with it so far for the past 6 weeks. And you might know, like, I actually started this channel to support Sophia. It was really all about her memory books and her memory planning and the things I was doing for her when she was little. So yeah, this just takes me back to the origins of this YouTube channel even. So yeah, that was all. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I just love seeing planners in action, including my 8-year-old planner. So if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.